Thanks, Sam. With us on Bill O'Reilly in the Kelly File segment. Tonight on Friday, Occupy Wall Street people demonstrated at the University of California, Davis, where they refused to leave the campus. After a standoff, police broke out the pepper spray. Well, now the chancellor of UC Davis and the police chief there are both being called upon to resign. Here now, attorney and Fox News anchor Megyn Kelly. You see her at 1 p.m. each weekday. First of all, pepper spray. That just burns your eyes, right?
Right. I mean, it's like a derivative of actual pepper. It's a food product, essentially. But a lot of experts are looking at that and saying, is that the real deal? Has it been diluted because...
Yeah, they should have more of a reaction.
Yeah,
than
but that's really beside the point. I mean, it was something that was obviously abrasive and intrusive, and
they wanted them.
Several went to the hospital.
Right, they just wanted them to get out of there, stop blocking what they were blocking.
Yes.
They wanted to scatter them.
This was on the chancellor's orders. The chancellor ordered the police to go in and force these students to disperse.
That's Linda Catali, or
yes,
Catay.
And it is a crime. They were charged. 10 of them were charged with unlawful assembly and failure to disperse because they were posing a sit-in, a student protest. And you can do that. That's very American, but it may also happen to break the law.
They wanted to get these people off the campus, and they didn't want to lay hands on them.
Right.
See, there's two ways to do this. You can do the pepper spray, or you can physically drag them out of there.
They then did lay hands on them.
I know, but you don't want to lay hands on
No,
somebody.
but what I'm saying is the police would respond by saying, you pepper spray first to allow the hands-on part to be less confrontational, because you're going to get less resistance when you got somebody who just got pepper sprayed.
Yeah.
Listen, I know the tape looks bad. I agree it looks bad. All I'm saying is that from a legal standpoint, I don't know that the cops did anything wrong. We're going to have to learn more about the facts. But the cops are allowed to use reasonable force to effect compliance with an arrest.
Yep.
It does look like these students were failing to disperse and were, in some cases, unlawfully assembling and perhaps even resisting arrest. There's some, you didn't show it on the tape, but where the cop goes to grab one of the students, and you can see she puts her arm back. She's not letting him grab her. It looks like these cops have room to argue that this was not excessive force. Does that mean they should have effected the arrest in this way? That's a moral discussion.
Yeah, but I don't think we have the right to Monday morning quarterback the police, and particularly at a place like UC Davis, which is, a fairly liberal campus, and they're not, running around. They came to the point where as you said, the chancellor said, look, you got to get them out of here. We can't operate a college like this, and so get them out. Now, the police chief has been placed on administrative leave.
Yeah.
Right, for obeying orders.
Yes.
Isn't that nice?
Yes, and the chancellor is refusing to step down. Meantime, she's the one who gave the order, go in and get rid of these students.
Why did she put the police chief, there's the police chief
Because
on
I
leave?
think it's because this woman, well, she was overseeing the police who did this, first and foremost, and secondly,
but she was ordered by the chancellor to do it.
Right, and secondly, she came out and then defended her officers by saying, look, there is a little bit more to her story. Look, they felt surrounded, the students were around them, they felt under threat. I don't know that the tape shows that. I mean, do the cops look like they feel threatened right now?
So you got to give them the presumption of innocence.
Does this guy look like he feels threatened? I don't know.
Well, we don't know, though. We can't see what's behind and what's being said.
But here's my instinct. Here's my instinct after having practiced law for as long as I did, that she felt the need to say something in their defense. She just made something up rather than sticking with the facts, which is you're allowed to use some reasonable force to effect an arrest.
Right.
And pepper spray is, even though it looks shocking, allowed.
All right. So we're going to follow the case and find out what happens to the police chief.